The Media Brothers Podcast 2.0, episode number 5, launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Media Brothers 2.0, episode number 5. This is Aaron.
I got 5 on it.
Oh my God.
I got 5 on it.
What are you bringing back to 1989? Or 1999,
With that
I'm sorry, brother.
endo weed, I got 5 on it. Yeah, bro. What year was that? Do you even know?
It's got to be in the 90s, dude. Let's go half on a sack.
Let's go half on the sack. Dude, that's you know who the artist is on that song?
Who's that?
Loon is with a Z.
I did not know that, and I still, tomorrow if you ask me, I still won't know that.
Loon is, shout out, I got 5 on it. Did they have any other song? I don't think they did.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, but anyway.
Does anybody out there know any other Lunas songs besides I got 5 on it? I doubt it. If you do, go to MediaBroshow.com, click on episode 5 and comment. I don't think they had any other songs, but I got 5 on it. Guess what I don't have 5 on, dude?
What's that?
This freaking weather out here. I think it was like 5 degrees the other day here in South Louisiana.
Dude, it's brutal. It's brutal.
This is the Winter Storm Uri. Is that what they said? Did you know they named these things?
I live in Louisiana for one reason, and one reason only, is that it doesn't get cold down here. And it has been so freaking cold the last couple of days.
Dude, it's been the coldest I've ever remembered it in my entire life. Like
I just read something. The United States is covered in 73% of the United States is covered in snow right now.
73% of the entire country?
Yeah, it's covered in snow.
That has to be a first, right? There's no way.
No, there's some historical data, but that's similar.
Historical data.
One of the highest.
Like
it's one of the highest ever.
Historical data, like back in 1700 and
no,
shit like
2000,
that.
2000 or so. I think they were.
Well, the other big one I remember, and I remember this one because it was my wife was pregnant with my firstborn child. It was 2008. That was the last big one in this area. And we're in South Louisiana. Me and Aaron, this is Aaron and Andrew, the Media Brothers. I'm in BFE, like in a rice field, Louisiana, like out in the middle of nowhere. Aaron's kind of close to a big city called Baton Rouge. But the thing is, this area does not get snow often. Like it doesn't get ice, like none of this stuff.
Dude, when I was little, I saw it one time in my life until I was in 4th grade. I'll never forget it. It was the best day of my life. It snowed and the snow stayed on the ground. 4th grade. I probably didn't see snow again until I was 35 or so.
Yeah, so that was going to bring me. You kind of crowbarred your way into my first topic. So
sorry.
No, it's cool though because I was going to ask you because I specifically remember my first snow experience being down here in Louisiana. Guys, you got to understand. We're a humid subtropical climate. Okay, that's what we are. We are a humid subtropical climate. That's basically like African rainforests, right? So when it snows, or when there's snow falling or ice or even sleet around here, it's a big deal. Like nobody knows how to drive. Like it's a huge thing. So
okay, so it's Wednesday. Schools have been closed since Monday. They're going to be closed tomorrow. So we're going to be closed from Monday through Thursday, maybe even Friday.
It'll probably be Friday.
From a freeze storm.
Yeah, and this is like
that's how sad it is.
For anybody up north that really gets actual winter weather, this is nothing. Like this is just like it kind of snowed a little bit. Yeah, it stayed on the ground, but like the roads aren't frozen over and all this stuff. Yeah,
well, the thing about it is the roads here are not built for snow.
No.
The houses here aren't built for snow. I mean, we're not built for cold weather climate here at all.
The power grid either. Yeah. Like we're just not ready for this at all. But I will say the funny thing is. You said you were in 4th grade, so I'm not good at math. Like that's like an ongoing joke of this show. But so my first experience with any kind of weather like that, what age are you in 4th grade? That's the question.
You're 5 years old when you start kindergarten, plus 4 more years. What, I don't know, 10, 9 or 10.
So you were 10. That makes me about 3 or 4 years old. So that kind of goes with what my story is. Like, our mother used to clean houses. She used to do that while Aaron was in school, and Amber, which is my sister, by the way. But she was cleaning houses on this the LSU Lakes, which is on campus. There's a big thing in Baton Rouge. I don't want to get too regional with our area, but
please don't.
She was cleaning houses, and I will never forget. Like, she looked out the window, and I must have been, if you were in 4th grade, that makes me 3 or 4 years old, which is pretty interesting because that makes it one of my first ever memories. But I remember Mom looking out the window of this house because she would bring me to the house she was cleaning, and I'll never forget. She looked out the windows and she goes, "There's a snowflake," and I was like, I'm like this little kid, punk ass toddler. And I'm like, no, what? And she's like, no way. And like, I remember her calling Dad and like freaking out and like leaving. Like we jumped in the car, dude. It was snowing the whole way back to our house, And I'll never forget. Like it's just funny that I was that young because I have this memory of pulling up to the house. Like once we finally got home, because LSU was campus where she was cleaning was a good ways from our house, right? So by the time we get there, we pull up in the neighborhood, and we lived on a back street in a neighborhood. And I'll never forget, like, seeing you, my brother, Aaron, and Amber. They must have sent them home from school or something. And they were in the front yard, like, having snowball fights. And, like, I remember, like, pulling up and looking out the car window, and you and Amber, like, y'all were, like, throwing down with snow, bro. Do you remember that?
That's funny. No. I mean, I don't remember that particular story. I do remember when it snowed for the first time.
Okay, well, let me ask you then. If you were in 4th grade, what do you remember about it?
I remember getting out of school early, and I remember like it was just freaking me out because I've never seen snow before.
It was like some kind of a freaking.
It was cool. No, it was
accident.
fun. We've seen it in movies, and being down here, we didn't see it at all. So it was just fun to have a snowball fight. And I remember I was drilling some kids, and I got in trouble with snowballs.
You knocked some kid out.
That.
I can imagine like packing a snowball and just knocking some kid out.
I played baseball at that age, so I had a cannon, and these kids they just didn't understand. They didn't understand. I was knocking teeth out. And stuff, probably.
You fucking hit me in my eye.
The thing about it is the snow was real wet here because obviously it's not a dry snow. So
yeah, it's basically
when
ice.
When you pack up a hard snowball here, dude, it's hard.
Yeah, so
it's hard.
So it started snowing here 2021. It's February 17th, so I'm in a little bit farther west where the snowstorm was this year. And one of the first things I did when me and my kids went out is they couldn't get the snow off the ground because it was kind of packed ice over here at first, Mm-hmm. And I kind of already knew because I've been through a few snowstorms. And like my son, who's like 7 years old, he was like trying to make a snowball, and he just couldn't do it because like he didn't realize you had to dig into the snow because it wasn't snow, it was like ice. So he's sitting there trying to like make a snowball, and he couldn't pull it off. And then like I walk outside, and I pack a snowball. I just smoked him, dude. Poof! Like he like fell on the ground, bro. He fell down. Like I smoked him. He was like, "How'd you do that, Dad? That's not fair." And I had to show him how to do it. So.
Well, let me tell you what sucks about this weather. All coldness aside, I hate the cold. I'd rather be 100 degrees.
Yeah.
But my PlayStation was supposed to be delivered Tuesday.
The PS5 Aaron saga. So
came from Grapevine, Texas.
Grapevine.
They shipped it to Arkansas. Then they shipped it to Memphis, Tennessee. I guess it's like one of their main hubs.
Yeah, that's the main FedEx hub. And
then that's where they had a ton of problems apparently. Like my delivery date was on the 16th, and then now you look at it and say there's no scheduled delivery date. None.
Somebody lost it.
They're not even scheduling it at this point.
Some dude fucking lost Aaron's PS5 in the snow somewhere. It's gone.
It's the whole bundle too. It's everything. It's a bigger box.
That's the GameStop one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Walmart still hadn't came. The 28th or 27th for Walmart, which is 2 Saturdays from now.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like, why that date is so long in the future, man.
I don't think they actually had them on hand, if you ask me.
Yeah. So what's interesting and it's funny to me about, and obviously we're going hard on PS5, but we had to give an update because this is like our saga right now. The funny thing is like I pulled a PS5 off, and the same day I got it in my hands and I was playing it, and that's all I've been doing in my downtime, y'all. All I've been doing. I've been throwing down on PS5, and let me tell you, like Demon's Souls. I mean, everything, even the old PS4 games are better. Like they double the frame rate. I've been sitting there playing it for like 2 weeks now, and I'm like, right before this show, I'm like, Aaron, did you did you get yours? Like, where's the PS5? He's like, dude, it's delayed because of snowstorm. Like,
Hey, okay,
damn.
let me ask you two things about that. Okay, first off, okay, so No Man's Sky got an update today. If anybody doesn't know,
Yeah, it's like
I'm a No Man's Sky freak.
Yeah.
It's adding the animals where you can actually
Tame
train
them. Yeah, I saw
You
that.
you can put armor on them. You can summon them to wherever you're at.
Can you get on top of them and ride them? That's my question.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, no way.
You can ride them. You can summon them
Holy
to any
crap.
planet, and you can customize them. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. That's cool and everything. It'll be fun. In fact, I just updated my game on play after we get off of here.
I didn't realize that.
But they also updated in the update in the very fine print at the bottom. They updated the reload times
On PS5?
on the PS4.
Oh, wow. So what did they do?
So it's supposed to bring it to the same load time or close to the same load time as the PS5 is.
No way, dude.
My thing is if they can
possible
do
way.
that now, why didn't they do that before?
Yeah, like what were they waiting for?
Because those load times are garbage for that game.
Yeah.
I love the game, but dude, I'm telling you, some of these load times are a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's
or maybe more.
Honestly, I love the game No Man's Sky. One of the worst things about it, honestly, I have a PS4 version now. I'm curious. One of our listeners, Mike Reed, actually, shout out Mike again, but. He got into it though. He said
Mike's gonna be famous.
He's got into the game because of our show, and he's like, man, he's gave it a chance. He wrote it off back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he wrote it. He wrote it off back then, and now he's saying
Awesome.
he's got back into it. And like, you know what's funny about that? He posted a social media post like when everybody was posting their snowstorm pictures, and he was like, "Here's how it looks out at my house." And he posted a No Man's Sky world where it was completely froze over. And I was like,
so
this
I'm
dude's
hoping
back into
he
it.
actually likes. I hope he actually likes.
He loves it, man.
I mean,
he's posting about
yeah.
it. He's posting about it more than once. But the thing is like,
cool.
The crazy thing is that the load times on PC are probably not that big. So my question is, like, how? Like, not only what you said, like, why do they wait so long? Like, first of all, the PS5 solid state drive is supposed to be this amazing fast loading time. So
right.
So when I jump in when I've played No Man's Sky, which came out almost 4 years ago now, which is crazy to think about, but. When I jumped into it, that loading screen, what it does, it puts you in like the universe, and there's like stars passing by you. It's like, and it's like the music, like No Man's Sky, but like for like almost two entire minutes though, and like
that is the worst description of the beginning.
It's like for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes, you're floating around in space with like star names, and like you can anyway. So. That is the biggest turnoff for me because like I'm ready. I'm like amped up. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go play No Man's Sky. Like I'm gonna jump in the space game, and then like I load it up, and it's like, dude, 2.5 minutes later, it's like that's a long time for loading. I don't know.
It's one of the long. It's got to be one of the longest loads. It has to be for PlayStation. But okay, so that's all that is said or whatever. I don't know what the actual times are. It's like I said, I just updated it right before the show started.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna test it out tonight,
so.
and I'll have a quick report next week and see how the new load time on the PS4 is. But hopefully next week I'll be playing on my PS5. That's a different story.
Can I?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So did you hear about the lawsuit for the drift from the D-pad?
I did, man. You know what's odd about that to me is very strange is that Nintendo Switch had this problem. And
Xbox has got a lawsuit against them too. So all three of them do.
So wait, Xbox does?
Yeah, I heard Xbox did too. I saw an article.
The new Xbox?
I don't know about the new Xbox.
I didn't know that. No, that's news to me.
I'll have to look it up.
So obviously, I mean, I didn't know about Xbox, but what I did know is that Nintendo Switch had this problem, and it was a huge problem when the Nintendo Switch came out. And for whatever reason, it was Nintendo Switch has 2 Joy-Cons where you hold in each hand, and then you can like snap them into a single controller. But the weird thing is, for the Nintendo Switch, the drift is what they called it. It's a drift where your analog stick is kind of drifting when you're not touching it into a certain direction. So you're not touching it at all, and it's like floating into the left or the right or whatever. The weird thing is why for Nintendo Switch, this was a huge lawsuit. There was a class action lawsuit back then, and they won actually, by the way, and they paid and whatever. But why is it on that one, the left one only? That's what I don't get. And so I looked into this PS5. So what I'm saying is the left Nintendo Joy-Con was the one drifted. The right one was fine. So what's up with that? Like why was one of them working the other one? And so the weird thing,
I really don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's probably 1 out of every 1,000. But I think it's a lawsuit that they filed against the Switch first, and they say, well, these PlayStations are doing it too. Let's go ahead and file a class action lawsuit here. A lot of these lawyers are trying to make money.
Yeah, it's just a money grubbing thing. But here's the thing. So when I bought one of the first Nintendo Switches. Okay, I did have I had it. I had the Drift. But the thing is, it wasn't that big of a deal. And those are like the controller that comes with it. And if you buy the Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch, it doesn't drift. So like, yeah, I mean, I experienced it with the Nintendo, but it wasn't that bad. I will say on the PS5, I don't have it whatsoever. I don't have this drift. So the weird thing is, to me, obviously these companies are paying the same factory to make these controllers. I mean, that's all there is to it to me. Like, how do they not figure out how to fix that yet?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
So I did see that there's a class action lawsuit against, I don't know the company's name, but there's a company making all these controllers, and I will say and I've said this before about the PS5, the controller is probably one of the biggest upgrades. I can't believe they would spend so much money into research and development, and the Switch had a class action lawsuit, 3 years ago, and they lost, and they still put out a PS5 with drift. I don't understand what's going on. What's happening, bro?
Okay, so Nintendo had their big day today, right?
Yeah, Nintendo Direct. I don't really know much about it. I know they had it though.
It's like the PlayStation event. What's it called? PlayStation. That she went to the movie theater for that time. And that was E3. That was E3, right?
Yeah, that was their PlayStation. PlayStation does their own. See, what the companies are doing now, they're having their own video game debuts. They basically gave up on E3. So all the companies now are having their own showcases.
Kind of like what Apple's doing.
That's a great example. It's Apple. It's basically the Apple model. They come out and they show what they're coming out with. But no, I knew Nintendo's is called Nintendo Direct. PlayStation, I don't really know what theirs is called. I should know that. But no, I knew Nintendo had one today, but I don't know what they showed on it. So Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct today. I'm guessing they probably. And I don't want to speak on this without knowing, but they probably announced the next Zelda game or something like that,
They're doing. I saw it. Everything's garbage, except they're doing one of the old Zeldas. They're remaking it in high def.
Who cares though? Which one?
The Sword of the something or another.
Was it Skyward Sword?
Yes.
That's the worst one.
They're remaking it and they're putting it in HD.
Oh my god,
that was the big announcement today. That was the one that made the headlines.
Stupid Nintendo, get it together, Zelda Skyward Sword was a Wii game, and it is known as the worst Zelda game, by the way. The worst. So what are they doing? Come on, Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I love Zelda, but, man, they have a lot of different games they could put out and not put out their worst Zelda game.
The other headline was Splatoon 3, which...
Splatoon? Oh, my God.
Splatoon 3?
Yeah, that's like a paint... That's a fun game, don't get me wrong. It's like you paint... It's like a paint war. Spray paint war.
Plants. Okay, these are the games they debuted
so today.
Okay. They did Splatoon 3.
Spray paint war.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD up for pre-order right now. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville.
Wait, what? What?
Plants vs Zombies
Battle for Neighborville. That's a mobile game, a cell phone game.
Well, they're putting it on the
Good old Nintendo. The Twitch.
Twitch.
You always call
Stitch.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop this whole conversation right now. So for whatever reason, Aaron always calls the Nintendo Switch the Twitch. And let me
I have several names.
I'm gonna fix it for you. You know why it's called the Switch, and you'll never think about it.
I don't want to know why it's called.
Hold on.
I would like to use the right name.
I'm gonna fix your. So they call it the Switch.
I like degrading it because it's that much of garbage to me.
Because you can play it as a handheld, right? And then there's a dock that comes with it that's hooked up to your TV at all times. And then so here's the big
Joy-Cons.
thing. Guess what? You're playing handheld and you're playing Zelda, and then you go in the dock, and
we talked about this before.
And guess what? It switches to the TV, the Switch.
Yeah, the unswitch.
It's not the fucking Twitch.
Like we said before, nobody puts it on their TV. It's all handheld.
I do, but I'm not.
Mom's SUVs. That's where they're at. That's where these games are getting played.
I do, but
Mario Golf.
Mario Golf.
Yeah, Super Rush. Mario Golf Super Rush.
I gotta get the Mario Golf.
They introduced a new Zelda Joy-Con.
Okay.
It looks like blue and it says Zelda on it.
They didn't at least make it like a Triforce.
Dude, it looks like they just half-assed it, to be honest.
They just put Zelda's name on it and just fucking stamped it. But yeah, let's put out a Zelda. Them dumbass kids will buy that. Fucking blue. Why is blue on it? What color blue?
Okay, Like it's like royal blue. Well, I don't know why it's blue. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they picked blue. I had no idea.
That's not Zelda's color. Lame.
Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 gets a non-update.
What is that? What does that mean?
They didn't update anything. They're supposed to be talking about the Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. They didn't talk about it.
So their biggest anticipated game of the last like 5 years, they didn't even update it. They're like, no, we're not even talking about it. You know what? Screw it.
They're remastering Ninja Gaiden.
Here's a Joy-Con with Zelda on it. You know, we're not going to put out the next Zelda game, but here's your blue Zelda Joy-Con. And Ninja Gaiden. You know what Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden, it's the Master Collection.
Do you remember So wait, do you remember Ninja Gaiden from NES days?
I remember the original Ninja Gaiden.
That's what I'm asking. Okay, so
yeah,
so Ninja.
That's the only one I know.
Ninja Gaiden is honestly the first one, especially, is one of the hardest games ever, dude.
I love that game.
It's really good though. It's really good. Okay, so Ninja Gaiden collection.
Animal Crossing's New Horizons gets a Mario update. They're putting Mario in Animal Crossings now.
Okay. Like, what does that mean? They're going to throw him in there? Or like Mario-themed objects and stuff? You know?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm telling you, that's about all they announced. They had this big...
Man, they had some hype. Like, this Nintendo Direct was hyped up, and what you're telling me, Splatoon 3 is their biggest announcement. Which
that was their biggest headline. Yeah,
and
Splatoon 3.
And that's just a game where you, like, run around as these little weird things and shoot each other with paint. Like, that's the whole game. It's pretty fun for multiplayer because, like, there's, like, a turf war where you got to paint... Like, you're in this, like, multiplayer mode. Imagine, like, a multiplayer game, right? And it's, like, a whole bunch of people playing. And one person has, like, say, green paint, right? And the other person has, like, purple paint. Well, you got to, like, completely cover the whole stage in your color paint. That's basically the whole game. It's pretty fun, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, it's not their big Nintendo announcement. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know what you're thinking, bro. I don't know.
What's up with that, bro? What's up with that? What's up with that? I can't believe Xbox has a drift lawsuit I didn't know about.
Here's something else. Apex Legends Switch gameplay. So I guess they're putting Apex Legends on the Switch.
Man, that's pretty cool. No,
that's probably the coolest thing.
Apex Legends is like the Fortnite version, like what Call of Duty kind of had a baby. But I mean, on the Switch,
bro, I didn't realize, bro. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you said Call of Duty made me think about this. I didn't realize Call of Duty was the same. They did the same type of things as Fortnite now.
Warzone.
The circle strings crap.
Well, it's Warzone.
I didn't realize they were doing it, but I guess they jumped on a bandwagon to have that kind of match too now.
Well, that's like the whole big thing now with multiplayer is the Battle Royale mode. So
I don't like that.
You know what's funny about that is I didn't know about it either until somebody saw that I got a PS5 and they like, hey, the only thing I play on it's Call of Duty. It's called Call of Duty Warzone. Like he's like, hey, jump in with me. I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, I don't play Call of Duty anymore. I really don't.
Bro, I was watching some YouTube videos. It looks pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, I downloaded it on my PS5, but I haven't played it yet. So, but I mean, like I'm with you.
I'm gonna play it. That's one I'll play. I love Call of Duty.
It's free, so it's a free game. And it's pretty.
I can tell you right now, I probably play more Call of Duty than any game ever. To be honest with you.
Really? More than anything?
Yeah, that's my number one played game of all time. And I haven't played it in years. In fact, the last time I played it was probably a couple years ago when Civil War came out, or not Civil War, World War II came out.
Yeah, right.
I bought it, I played it for about a week, and then I just dumped it. Bro.
See, I don't play it.
It was the same old stuff, so maybe I'll like this new Warzone thing.
The Warzone's like, here's the thing. So the Warzone's going to be cool because it's like a fresh take on Call. You know, Call of Duty's been, it's almost became like Madden. Like Call of Duty almost became Madden. They come out with one every year. It's basically the same shit. You know, you have different guns and whatnot, but it's the same game.
Well, they have the two studios. They still have the two studios doing them?
Yeah, well, I mean, I really don't know the answer to that. I would think so because they like to rotate them between Treyarch and Infinity Ward or whatever. I don't know the answer to that. I would think probably so. But, I mean, even so, like, okay, they would add zombies or whatever. But it was...
Yeah, they use the same engines.
It was the same game. And, like, they just updated it like Madden. You got a new roster update and all that. But the thing is... You could only do so much. Like, even with Fortnite became this huge movement, but I didn't play it. I played it, you know, and I honestly enjoyed Fortnite when I first played it. But, like, after about like the 50th game, I'm like, you know, okay. Like, how much longer can I do this? Like, really? And so Call of Duty is probably going to be cool for a little while.
A lot longer. Ask any other 14-year-old boy.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I will tell you, like, I work in a school system. I know I say that, but these kids are into Fortnite everywhere. Like it's a freaking movement, man. It's crazy.
Spending their mom and dad's money.
Spending their credit card money and like, dude, like Roblox. Have you ever heard of a Roblox? Like it was this dumb Lego type kid game.
Yes.
And now it's like
it's
like a $30 million or $3 billion industry now. And it's like I saw that article today. It was some crazy.
What?
Yeah, like $3 billion. But Billy. So like this game is called it's called Roblox, and it's basically like it's almost like an engine itself where you can like make these little games inside the game, and all the kids play it. So it
does not sound fun at all.
And there's like microtransactions where you can buy these things called like Robux, kind of like
right. So they're making money off
yeah,
of it.
But dude, they figured out how to get that niche of these kids, and like you said, their parents freaking crazy. You know what's crazy?
Kids aren't paying for that.
I'm gonna tell you a true story, and like this is for real. Like, not only have I bought Robux, but when I did it, like I do.
You actually own some?
I felt like my soul died. I felt like I lost my soul. Like my daughter, I can't remember. I think it was my daughter. And she was like, I want this virtual money, and I'm like, nah. like it was like a Christmas present or something, like an Amazon gift card, something like that. And she's like, I want that Robux. I'm like, And like, dude, it took every ounce of my energy and my soul to sit there and click buy on this fake money, dude. Like it was dude, and like my son likes the V-Bucks, so I got to a point where I'm like,
now you got V-Bucks, Roblox.
I'm buying fake money now. I'm just literally throwing money in the garbage. Like that's how I feel.
It, dude.
Oh, you know it's crazy.
It's true. You're not. It's not how you feel. That's what you're really doing.
I know, and it's crazy.
Hey, bro. Speaking of money, dude, did you see Bitcoin's at $52,350 right now?
Not only did I see it, but I made some money off of it.
Oh,
Bitcoin
bro.
is
I'm killing it right now.
Through
Killing it.
The roof. Like people, if you're out there, it's time to invest in cryptocurrency. I know I don't want to like push you into this, but man, ever since it's funny because
do your research, check it out. But
do your research.
It's almost too late.
Yeah, it's almost too late. I'll tell you this much: is that Aaron,
to get in real early.
My brother here, talked me into it. Like I've been following Bitcoin, like we said on the last show, from the beginning, right?
2013 is when we started following it,
and we kept reporting on it. And for whatever reason, we decided not to buy any back then. If we would have, we would both be rich right now, both of us. So
both of us.
So here's the thing: if you watch it right now, about a month ago, when did you first started talking to me about it? Do you remember?
In mid-December, I think I was telling you need to get on board. I just bought a considerable amount. I was like, you need to get on board. It's time now.
So mid-December. So around our birthday, he was telling me, hey man, and like he was like, you know what? Here's $50. He's like, Venmo me some money. He's like, just invest this. And I was like, you know what? I'll match what you send me. And I put $100 into it.
Yeah.
But at this point, I've already made $300 into it, and I haven't been putting money into this thing. So the thing is right now, it's taking off, and there's a few reasons for it. One is Elon Musk, the man, the myth, the legend. This dude put the $1.5 billion in there, and you know what? The minute less than a week later, it was over $50,000. Yeah. Crypto is coming, guys, and MasterCard and all these major companies are investing into it. It's a matter of time. Like
the $20,000 mark per coin was the benchmark. It couldn't pass that. In 2017, it got close and fell.
That's right. Crashed. That is right. Because and to say that's what we were looking at. So when Aaron told me I put some money into it. He's like, we kept watching. He's like 20,000. Per coin is the big bench, and like I
said, when it hits 20,000, people are gonna know it's real this time.
That is correct. And I was watching it every day, and it would get close, like 18, 19, and then would go back down 15, 18, 19, 19.
This is in December, so this is $19,000 a coin in December at some point.
And then so I was like, okay, and he kept telling me, he's like, dude, 20,000, that's the fuse, that's what's gonna light everything, and like news articles would come out. Bitcoin approaching 20,000 landmark, but not quite.
I told him, dude, when it hits 20,000 and it hangs above it for a couple of days, it's going to skyrocket.
Yeah, he did.
And it did. And then I feel the same. So, that was a big benchmark. And then I told him, I said, look, 50,000 is the next big benchmark. Once it hits 50,000,
you did.
People are going to wake up because they're going to realize that this thing is not going away. And like it hit 50,000, I think last week briefly, dropped back down, The last 2 days, it was 49 a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it only hit 50,000 yesterday. I mean, it got so close, but
was it yesterday?
Yeah, it never hit it, so it was like 49.9 or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
It's 52,350 right now.
Yeah, so it's going up.
And in December it was 18,000.
18 people. So what that means, like, think about it. And I know, like, Bitcoin is or even cryptocurrency for our listeners out there, it's kind of complicated. But if you just think about it like stocks and the stock market, like, you have a value of something and it goes up or down. It's that simple, right? And you put money into it, you invest, it either goes up and you gain money or it goes down and you lose money. Well, when I got into Bitcoin just by talking to my brother, it was at 18,000. It's now over 53 right now. What does that mean to the money I put into it? Well, I've made a lot, and I didn't even put a lot into it. It tripled. It tripled. Yeah. Imagine if I could put like my life savings, if I would have did a gamble like that and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to put everything I have into it. Dude, I would have made a killing, dude. A killing.
I'm making some money. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
mine's up there.
So Bitcoin is...
Mine's up there, and I'm pumping as much as I can into it. You know what I'm doing? I'm taking my stimulus check and putting it in.
Oh, I would put the...
If I get another stimulus check,
which we're going to get.
Bitcoin.
Did you hear about the...
I don't know.
So do you know what...
I don't know if I'm going to get one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a whole different...
There's a cutoff limit about how much money you can make.
Yeah, that is true. Did you know... So do you want to... Since we're in cryptocurrency right now, have you heard anything lately about Dogecoin?
So I watch TikTok, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's all over TikTok.
Is it?
So, but people are like pretty much upset that it's not going anywhere. So what I've been saying, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it.
So Doge,
I think it's trash.
So Dogecoin started out as a meme right now. There's apparently 28% of Dogecoin right now is owned by one guy. So he has 28%, which is, by the way, $2.1 billion. This dude owns...
So one guy owns 2.1 billion Dogecoin. And there's what's the share? What's the value of Dogecoin?
He's got a... Well, so let me see here.
I'm trying to figure out how many Dogecoins he has.
That's a good question.
Hang on, I'm going to find out real quick.
Yeah. I mean, on February 9th, Dogecoin jumped... Listen to this, by the way. On February 9th, Dogecoin jumped as much as 31% when Elon Musk and get this, and Elon Musk and rapper Snoop Dogg tweeted about the cryptocurrency Dogecoin. We got Snoop Dogg on the Dogecoin bandwagon, y'all. 31%.
Okay. So for the last 6 months, so say it looks like December 2020, it was 3 cents. It was 0.003 cents.
0.003.
3/100 of a penny, and then now it's 5 cents. So yeah, people made a lot of money.
Yeah, I got 5.2 cents right now. That's what I have.
If you would have put money in December in Dogecoin, you could have made a lot of money.
By the way,
between now and then,
shout out to our listener Peter. He was in the Dogecoin meme factory early on. He thought it was going to become something. It's more like a joke, which is...
It's not going to become something. No, it's going to die.
Which is kind of like, what's going on with this? Like, somebody can make a meme. And,
I think what's going on is these just like Wall Street bets, and they're not the only ones. That's the thing. People are all focusing on Wall Street bets right now, what they're doing with GameStop and AMC and whatever else. But I think there's other groups out there. And I think they are binding together, and they're doing stuff like this. They're taking stuff that's worth 0.006 of a penny,
right?
And then they're making it worth 6 cents because they're all buying to the same time, and then they're going to eventually sell out together. I'm assuming.
Probably so. So do you think any of this like meme stuff can actually be something though? Like, do you think it can?
No, I really think that if this continues and groups band together and actually make prices of stuff going up and down, even if it is crypto. Because if you look close at Bitcoin, there's some stuff going on there. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
That I've noticed. But so if this continues to happen, they're begging for regulation of some sort. I think is the problem.
So do you think that? See, here's my question, and it's the biggest question to me with crypto in general: is the federal government going to regulate this stuff.
Yes.
So
they have to.
What does that mean to people like that are us, like the investors? You know what I'm saying? Or people out there?
It's gonna hit the price of the stock. So I mean, Bitcoin's gonna go down whenever they figure it out what they're gonna do, and they start announcing the stuff. I mean, the prices are gonna drop. You're gonna have a drop, no doubt.
So is it gonna?
But the thing is, how can we get it before that drop? Is the thing.
Yeah. So my other question, since we're kind of on cryptocurrency right now, do you think the federal government or around the world, these governments in other countries or even the United States or the European Union or China or whoever, are they going to make their own cryptocurrencies? And what does that mean?
Yeah.
And what does that mean for stuff like Bitcoin? That's my question.
They're already starting, but it means nothing to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the original, dude. It's the one everybody's going to model their stuff after. The thing about Bitcoin is they make less and less of it every 2 years. I mean, that's the thing. And you only have a certain amount, and then it's gone. So even like gold, I mean, you can always find more gold. You can go to, say, grab an asteroid out of space, which I think Elon Musk wants to do, and he wants to mine the gold out of it.
An asteroid out of space?
Yes. These are real things.
No way, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Are you telling?
There's already plans in the works to try to do it.
So they're trying to pull out. You're telling me right now on Media Brothers podcast that Elon Musk is planning on pulling asteroids out of.
He has plans to mine asteroids.
To mine them.
Yes, he has plans to mine asteroids. Him and a bunch of other people also.
So what does that mean with
other countries? China's probably planning some stuff. I mean, there's definite players out there that are going to try to land on these asteroids and try to mine them.
Freaking insane.
Some of these asteroids have more gold in the asteroid itself than the entire Earth has.
No way.
Okay, so you can always find gold out there, right? You cannot find any more Bitcoin. Once the Bitcoin is gone, it's gone.
Correct. Yeah, and that's why it hasn't worked.
That's why the value is going to continue to go up, and people are using it for transactions. Once they're in that business, I mean, to me, any government getting on board right now is about 5 years behind where they need to be.
Yeah, so
they should have jumped on. They should have been on this 5 years ago.
Well, so let me ask you specifically about that. You know who's jumping on right now? Two huge names. Okay, 2 huge names are jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon. Do you know who I'm talking about?
MasterCard.
No, well, that's actually a good one, but no, that's not even. I'm talking about yes, MasterCard, but I'm talking about an individual. Somebody who has a lot of pull right now. It's Jack Dorsey from Twitter. So just think about this for a minute. So Jack Dorsey, along with, by the way, Jay-Z, believe it or not, Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey are investing hundreds of millions of dollars for their own Bitcoin nodes.
Dude,
to be able to
the rich people. You follow the rich people. You do what they do. So when you see people who are multi-millionaires, billionaires, I think Jay-Z's a billionaire now. I'm sure Jack Dorsey is close to being a billionaire. When they start investing in stuff like this, there's a reason why.
Yes,
they're going to make money off of it.
So Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z have teamed up together. So this tells you right here. So to roll out Bitcoin investments and funding into countries in Africa and these poor countries. So what they're trying to do, dude, is they're trying to bring Bitcoin development into African and Indian countries. So quote, Jay-Z and I, Jack Dorsey, quote, are giving 500 Bitcoins to a new endowment named Bitcoin Trust and to fund Bitcoin development, initially focused on teams in Africa and India. It'll be set up as a blind trust, taking zero direction from us. We're just funding it into the other countries. So you got 2 of the biggest billionaires in the United States, and they're completely from different worlds, by the way. Jack Dorsey's a tech guy. He runs Twitter. He's the CEO of Twitter. Jay-Z is one of the biggest rappers ever known. Like, he has probably the richest rapper besides like Dr. Dre, maybe Kanye West. So
he might be richer. Jay-Z may be richer
than Jack Dorsey, probably so, because he's. But anyway,
no. I mean, he may be the richest rapper out there.
That's a good question. You think Jay-Z is more rich than Kanye West?
Yeah.
And Dr. Dre, who owns Beats?
Yeah.
So anyway,
Beats.
It's gonna be hard to top Dr. Dre. But anyway, so you look that up. So Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey from Twitter are investing a lot of money into Bitcoin, into other countries. These countries don't even know what Bitcoin is. Yeah, look at that number one. What did I say? Who is it?
Kanye.
Kanye
is number one.
Called it.
Jay-Z's number two.
Yeezy. You know why?
Jay-Z is worth $1 billion.
Yeah, but
Kanye is worth $3.2 billion.
Oh my god, that's my boy Kanye because he owns Yeezys, man.
Yeezys.
Yep.
Those shoes.
Yeah, those shoes that cost they're triple the amount of Jordans. That's why, and people are buying them like crazy, dude. The Yeezy shoes. See,
they're not even good shoes.
They're not even good shoes. They're actually pretty crappy, to be honest with you. But
P. Diddy's ahead of Dre.
Dr. Dre's at number 4?
Master P's number 6.
Master P's on this list.
Diddy made a lot of money, bro, back in the day. He's ahead of Master P's ahead of Usher. He's ahead of Drake.
Can't believe Master P.
And he's ahead of Pharrell.
Louisiana represent. Master P is on number 6 on the rapper list. I can't believe that. I thought Master P was done. Like I thought he was.
Well, he is done.
Well, but they said that
it's Death Row Records, bro. That's it. That's him.
Death Row is Dr. Dre, the old school Suge Knight. Master P was No Limit, bro.
No Limit.
No Limit Studios. What's up?
Oh my god.
Is this P? Yeah, this P. P? Let me hear you say, this ain't no motherfucking P, man. Hang the phone up. Dude, that's No Limit. So, No Limit Records, dude. Yeah, Master P. Here's the thing about...
But, I mean, he made money off of all the people that he signed.
Silk the Shocker, Mystical, C Murder. Remember C Murder? By the way, C Murder was his brother. Literally, and he's in jail for murder. Who would have thought, by the way? Yeah. Did you know that?
C might have thought.
Did you know C Murder's in jail for murder?
Yeah.
But so Master P, the thing about Master P is everybody knows this about him. He is a businessman. Like he had investments. He knew to diversify his. He was like the first rap mogul, like back in the 90s, like in the late 90s and early 2000s. Before Jay-Z, before Kanye, all these people. P. Diddy, I can't believe he's up there. I guess that makes sense, though.
Oh, yeah, P. Diddy,
yeah,
for sure.
But
are you kidding?
Master P, I mean, Louisiana native, born in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and this dude knew how to invest his money. He actually made like a basketball league and all this crazy stuff. But
he had a gold tank. He built a studio that he got foreclosed on.
It was a platinum tank.
So back in the day... He lived in the area, in Baton Rouge.
Yeah,
and he built a studio, which is now the studio where they film all the movies here in Baton Rouge.
Wasn't that the country club or?
Well, no, that's where he lived. He lived in the country club, okay. But he had the studio right there off of Airline Highway by the interstate. It's it's a studio.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a filming studio. That's where all the movies.
Wait, hold on. That's where I worked across the street from. It's called Celtic Studios.
Celtic Studios.
Yeah, because I remember when they built it.
That's where No Limit Record Studios was, and he had the tank out front. But as soon as he got it ready and he's about to move into it, he went bankrupt for a while, or something happened. He lost everything, and he built himself back up apparently. Yeah,
he wasn't like the Mike Tyson or the who was the other guy that lost a lot of money? MC Hammer.
Mike Tyson.
Remember MC Hammer?
Why are you saying Mike Tyson?
Because he lost a lot of money. Like Mike Tyson went bankrupt, and MC Hammer too. MC Hammer too. Dude, did you see, speaking of Mike Tyson, I know we're like all over the place. Did you see the Mike Tyson fight the other night, like a month or two ago? When he fought Roy Jones Jr. You didn't watch that? Dude, he was a beast, dude. He was a beast.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah,
how could you not watch that? You didn't see Iron Mike Tyson.
I like Roy Jones too. I like Roy Jones too.
Cannot believe
Tyson won?
Yeah, they called it a draw, but it was a political thing. They said before the fight they were going to call it a draw because they're trying to promote this. They're trying to promote this new league called the Legends League, where like.
And so now you wonder why I didn't watch.
But anyway, Mike Tyson just destroyed Roy Jones, like destroyed him, dude. Like I'm surprised he didn't knock him out. You could tell that.
Well, I mean, their weight classes are off too.
Well, they were pretty close, but yeah,
I mean, now they are, but back in the day when they were fighting weight, they weren't.
No, they're old guys. Don't get me wrong, they're a bunch of old.
Dude, I've seen Roy Jones Jr. knock somebody out with a freaking rib shot one time.
A rib shot?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Crumbled a guy.
No way.
Crumbled a guy to the mat. Yeah.
Dude, if you knock somebody out through your ribs, you got a problem.
Oh, he broke this guy. He broke him. He hit him so hard.
But so a couple. Oh, you did, dude. I can't believe. Okay, so. A couple months ago, Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones. He was the big card, those two. But one of the funniest things was, I can't believe, don't tell me you haven't seen this. There was memes galore created from it, okay? Do you know who Nate Robertson is?
Yeah, did he fight the YouTuber?
Yeah, he fought Jake Paul, or not Jake Paul, his brother. I'm gonna.
I thought it was him.
It might have been
Jake.
Jake Paul and what's Jake Paul's brother? Hold on,
Come on,
I don't
bro.
want to get.
You're supposed to be one with the memory.
I know. Hold on, but it's Jake Paul's brother. It's because Jake.
Who'd he fight?
He fought. Oh man, who's Jake Paul's brother? Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all.
No, who was the first guy you said?
Nate Robertson, an old basketball player. Like he's a short guy.
I saw the
Logan Paul. So Logan Paul is this
that's
like
right.
swolled up YouTuber, and Nate Robertson, who's this like supposed to be this elite athlete, right? Dude, they were.
No, he's all retired, bro.
Dude. Yeah, he's all retired.
He embarrassed him.
Yeah, this old YouTuber like this dude's built though. Logan Paul, I'm surprised how like cut he was, and he comes out.
He trained. No, he trained.
Yeah, he trained. And, you can tell Nate was doing it for like a appearance to make money or something. And Logan
PR stuff.
Yeah, and Logan Paul actually took it seriously, dude. There was some funny ass memes of he knocked him the fuck out, like the old.
The funny thing is, I know who won that fight. I didn't even know who won the title.
You knew
fight.
that's how that's what's called going viral, like.
That's the power of media, bro.
Dude, he clocked him, dude, and Nate Robinson fell to the mat. I mean, like the Undertaker, like boom, he was just gone, bro. And like there was so many like memes of just like some dude laying on the ground and shit, Nate Robinson, and this dude knocked him out, like Smokey coming up, you got knocked the fuck out, like that all, dude. So you even knew that, like you knew that. But you didn't realize that was on the Tyson fight. That's crazy.
No, I did. I just didn't pay attention to the Tyson fight because I knew it was fixed.
Yeah, it was fixed. I mean, it was. The Tyson fight was actually pretty interesting because it was Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson's the greatest. I mean,
I didn't want to pay for it either. I mean, how'd you even see it?
I just streamed it off of a link somewhere. Like
so you stole it.
Yeah, I didn't pay for that crap. I wasn't paying for that. I knew I could find it online, live in real time.
Of course.
But I mean, Mike. I ain't gonna lie though. Mike looked pretty good. I mean. Obviously, it was fixed, but if he wanted to, you could tell that they had some kind of discussion where they said, "All right, Mike, don't knock this dude out." And like Mike was holding back the whole time, and he was still destroying Roy Jones. Like Mike Tyson he's like a whole nother species of person. Like it's ridiculous, dude.
I love Tyson, bro. Like sometimes I used to watch the old Tyson knockouts on YouTube.
Oh, those are great. He just
goes by each one of his knockouts and just show you.
Love it.
His uppercut, bro.
That's what he was known for.
And it's you know that because when the NES game Punch Out,
Mike Tyson's Punch Out,
smoke you with that uppercut, dude.
What?
He would smoke you.
That's a great shout out to connect it to our show. What a game, by the way, right? Mike Tyson's Punch Out, dude. I could never beat him.
One of the best games ever, bro. I beat him.
I couldn't. When I got to Mike Tyson, he would destroy me like in 2 seconds every time. I was like a little kid.
No, use the cheat code. You can go right to him, bro.
The cheat code.
Fight him as many times as you. Yeah, there's a cheat code for that.
No way.
Yeah, Mike Tyson cheat code.
I didn't know that.
Just put the
password,
whatever. No, let me see what it is.
It was a password because I do remember that game had like when you would die, like when you would get knocked out or whatever, they had like a password on the screen. So I'm guessing it was like a password that just puts you right to him. He still messed me up, bro. Mike Tyson on that game. You know what's crazy about that is that they re-released that game for like the Wii and Nintendo Switch or whatever, and they don't. Mike Tyson's not even in it. It's just called Punch Out, and they took him out. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's the password. There it is.
Yeah, that's the password. So yeah, we're looking at the Mike Tyson password. Oh my god.
Yeah, if anybody ever wants to fight Mike Tyson, just go straight to him, put the password in, and it's 007-373-5963. You go straight to Mike Tyson. You can fight him.
007-373-5963. You will only hear the Mike Tyson password on the Media Brothers podcast. That's awesome, dude. I can't believe
Punch
that.
Out, bro.
Love it.
Yeah, I wonder if it works on those
old games.
We know how you can get one of those things where you can emulate all the games.
But that's what I'm saying. So
and that one's always one of the ones that's on the emulator.
Here's the thing, though. I was just saying that. So when you're looking that up,
I know
but they don't put Mike Tyson in there though. He's out. Oh, yeah, he's out the game. No, he's not.
He's on my emulator. I'll show you.
Well, if you got some kind of bootleg emulator, but I'm saying
it's bootleg. Yeah, that's what emulators are. They're all bootleg.
But you can buy like the NES Classic. You know what I'm saying? The old.
Was it a Raspberry or something?
Raspberry Pi. Yeah.
Oh, bro,
that's the shit right there. Raspberry Pi is the good shit right there. But I'm saying
all emulators are bootleg, dude. What are you talking?
No, I'm
about?
saying. Do you remember the NES Classic? It was like this huge thing.
Yes.
Where they put it out, and Nintendo actually sold it. Okay.
I got you.
And it was like
You're talking about like
it was like a miniature version, and it had the D-pads and everything, but it was licensed by Nintendo. Okay.
Was it?
Yeah, and they only had What's it called? Put the NES Classic in. NES Classic. And the Punch-Out version, it's on there, but it's just Punch-Out. So if you want to go even further into that rabbit,
that was the original game before Mike Tyson. They put Mike Tyson on it.
He licensed
was before Mike Tyson.
So yes,
so they had the game. The Punch-Out game was out.
It was arcade game.
It was arcade at the time. Yeah,
that's right.
They got Tyson. They put him into it. So what you're playing on the NES Classic Edition is probably the one that's on the stand-up.
But no, they just took him out because the licensing deal. They had to pay Mike Tyson for that game. Yeah. So when the NES Classic came out, they're like, we don't want to pay him.
They should pay him.
But how are you going to play Punch-Out without Mike Tyson? I don't. This Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
I wonder who the main character is.
It's some. That's a great.
Is it the Bald Bull?
No, that's a great question. You should put in. You should search up Mike Tyson. Like replace. Like I don't know how you would search that. Like Tyson final boss or Punch-Out final boss. It's some stupid character. I'm sure. It's some stupid like replacement character. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. So I'm gonna try to Punch-Out. Like you gotta put in Punch-Out final boss. There it is, final boss. It's called.
So hold on. So
yeah, go ahead.
Contrary to popular belief, Tyson was not removed because of his rape conviction, which did not occur until a year after the changeover. But because his contract expired, since he had lost the title
licensing
to James Buster Douglas by that point, Nintendo made no attempt to negotiate a new contract with him.
Why wouldn't they do that? Like that's Mike Tyson, bro. Mr. Dream, that's it. You see it says Mr. Dream right there? That's Dream, what it was. Yeah. So basically Mr. Dream is the original Mike Tyson.
There he is.
Yeah, that's him. And
holy shit!
And
it looks just like him too.
He looks just like him. He's basically a white.
They put Mike Tyson's head on this guy.
He's like white Mike Tyson.
And darker.
He's a white.
What the hell?
He's a white Mike Tyson.
Mr. Dream.
And he has all of the Mike Tyson moves. He does exact same stuff as Mike Tyson. Yet he's a white guy.
1990, bro.
Dude, could you imagine 1990?
Yeah.
Could you imagine them? Never mind. I think it's funny. I'll say it like this. I think it's funny they pulled Mike Tyson out and put his exact face on a white guy.
No, this guy was there first.
Yeah, he was the original. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
So they did it the other way. They put Mike Tyson's face on Mr. Dream.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yeah, wow.
They painted him dark.
But he was Mike Tyson. He sold that game. Here's the weird thing. You would have played Punch-Out no matter what because it was a good game, right?
Yeah.
You don't.
Well, so I don't think we would never heard of Punch-Out if it went from Mike Tyson.
So that's my question to you. Do you think you would?
Maybe.
Do you think just Punch-Out back then? Because you said you played it 1990, right? So 1990, I was 8 years old or 6.
No, 84 was the first.
Oh wow,
Punch-Out.
I was 1 year old.
84 was the first Punch-Out.
Ugh.
But it must have been the stand-up version because all I had was Glass Joe, Piston Hurricane, Bald Bull, Kid Quick, Pizza Pasta.
Who is Pizza Pasta?
I don't know. And Mr. Sandman.
Click on Pizza Pasta. I got to see this Pizza Pasta guy. I don't know what this is. He looks like a typical Italian stereotype.
I think it's that same. It looks like the same character. They put the mustache and the rose in his mouth.
Yeah, with the rose he would throw out and like he'd come at you with that punch like that. Yeah, and you had to block it.
They must have taken. 85. They added Bear Hugger. Dragon Chain.
I don't know any of these guys.
Vodka Dronkowski.
Great Tiger. I know that one.
Vodka Dronkowski.
Oh, Vodka Drunk.
Great Tiger.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Is that Super
No, it is. But hold on. Go back. Go back. So, do you realize you said Vodka Dronkowski? So, Nintendo obviously couldn't put vodka on their game. Do you know who he is on the Nintendo game?
I don't know.
Soda Pop Pazinski, dude.
No way.
Yeah, do you remember Soda Pop Pazinski? He drank Soda Pop.
Oh, it is Soda Pop Pazinski.
I told you, I called it.
When I click on the Vodka Dronkowski guy, Soda Pop Pazinski guy pulls up.
Vodka Dronkowski.
But people aren't going to know anything we're talking about. Right?
I don't care, dude. This is we did a deep dive in the Punch-Out, but
oh my God.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. So,
hey, speaking of cheat codes, of course, everybody remembers the Contra cheat code, right?
Up, down, down.
That was the
left,
most famous cheat code of them all, right?
Up, down, left, right, BA, start.
Okay, so everybody knows that one. What other games have you come across that had like cheat codes and stuff like that back in the day?
Oh man,
and the kids these days, cheat codes are not. These games.
No, they don't. You know what the last real big game with cheat codes was?
What was that?
It's like a recent game, Grand Theft Auto. Do you remember those? Where you could put in,
yeah.
so you could put in cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto games where you could like
God mode.
Yeah, you can get God mode and like.
I love God mode, bro.
So you want to talk about old cheat codes?
I like just fucking shit up sometimes.
So if I said IDKFA, would you know what that is? The Doom cheat code for Doom.
Okay.
It gave you all the guns.
That's a God mode too, right?
Yeah, IDDQD was the God mode for Doom. You would type in IDDQD on your keyboard, and it would put you in a God mode on Doom. But so the Grand Theft Auto games, that's really the last like mainstream game, because now what they do is they make you pay for it with microtransactions, basically. I hate how video games are going, dude. I love video games. I'm a huge gamer. But man, microtransactions, they're gonna kill it, man. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't think everybody's gonna. I mean, they gotta realize that. I mean,
so let me.
It's such a hard thing to touch on, because our older players, are they buying the shit?
Yeah, I don't think.
Like say gamers are age 35.
I would think some people are.
There's a lot of us out there.
I would think some people are. I mean, for them to be able to market it,
Does Call of Duty have microtransactions now?
I don't know. I don't really know. I'll put it to you this way: any game with microtransactions, I kind of go the other way. What's crazy about that is that Grand Theft Auto is doing it with the online. But did you know that? So do you know that Grand Theft Auto is coming out for PS5 and Xbox Series X? But they're putting out. I'm not even going to let you sit on this one. They're actually revamping GTA 5 again. Did you know that?
I heard.
Wow.
But they're building a new one, though. There's a new one coming out, too.
Well, yeah, there's actually a GTA 6 come out, and I'm looking up here right now that 2 days ago they said a job listing suggests that GTA 6 is here well before we think it's going to come. So to me, what that means, they're putting job listings on the internet. They said it hasn't been confirmed yet. GTA 6 still, to this day, February 17, 2021, they haven't even confirmed they're working on it, but everybody knows they are, right? Don't get me wrong. So they're saying that Rockstar, who is the GTA developer, is looking for a job listing of a, quote, cinematic gameplay capture artists. In layman's terms, that means that someone who would be responsible for recording in-game footage for the trailers, for the previews of their game. So what that tells people is this game, GTA 5, might be here before we know it, because they're already hiring people to make the trailers. What do you think about that?
What's the difference, though? Like, is it going to be the same game, right?
GTA 6? I'm sorry, I'm in 6.
No, you said GTA 5.
I'm in 6. It was my fault. But yeah, so...
Yeah. I read some similar articles where, the people were saying it's definitely coming. But, I mean, dude, how long does it take them to do that? 3 years? Well, who knows? They should have been spending more time on it by now. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Well, they made Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's take a step back. So that game, by the way, is amazing.
And they're making so much money with GTA 5. Why would they even worry about it? I guess
GTA 5 to this day is still the biggest selling video game of all time. By the way, by far.
Right. So it sold like in 2020 was a record year for it.
Yeah, which is last year, because people were sitting at home during the quarantine, and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna put it out and put it on sale, and then another 100 million people bought it.
So there's no motivation for them to make the new one. I don't think right now.
That's lame though. Like
they got to start getting it together, because I don't want to play it anymore. I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm personally over it.
And I love GTA 5, but I've played it on the PS3. I played it on the PS4. I don't want to play it on the PS5. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I buy it a third time? Like, I don't know what they're doing. I can't imagine the upgrade for PS5 is going to be worth me going out and buying it. I don't know, man. I mean, what's the deal with that? I mean, I don't understand that. I know maybe they're just trying to get that GTA Online where they're microtransactioning people to death on the PS5. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. Did you see who Last of Us? By the way, I'm looking at your screen here.
Yeah.
The TV show on HBO. Last of Us is a zombie game from Sony. They have HBO bought the TV rights. I heard they cast the main characters. Did you know anything about that? So
I did hear something about that. What I'm looking at now is just being written by this Chernobyl.
Oh wow, Chernobyl.
Craig Mazin. Yeah,
that's pretty awesome, dude. Chernobyl, by the way, I think we said it before. That's a great series. Chernobyl on HBO is about the Chernobyl nuclear blast.
They haven't even started filming it yet, so it's a while.
Yeah, but they did cast the main characters though. Last of Us, okay. They put in, you know who that Hold on.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's one of the girls from Game of Thrones.
Yes, it's
the little girl.
That's right.
Little girl king.
So
what was her name?
Yeah,
I saw that.
Oh, you're right though. It's the one that was at the end of the show, and she was like the Winterfell queen. I don't know her name. I'm gonna get killed by nerds, but she's the one that is Ellie on The Last of Us. But the guy,
Yeah.
but you know who the guy is, right? The main guy, who's Joel, who's the main character that's beside her. Do you know who Pedro Pascal is?
No.
He is not only is he the Mandalorian, the main guy in the suit on the Mandalorian. He is also on Game of Thrones. Do you know? So Pedro Pascal is also on Game of Thrones. He was the Viper. Do you remember the Mountain and the Viper? That fight where the guy took his head and blasted it. Like they had a fight where the guy was like jumping around and the big mountain was fighting him. And he was like,
Yeah.
That's the other guy. So Pedro Pascal is the Viper who is on Game of Thrones, basically, as well. But he's
Okay, so Pedro Pascal and then Bella Ramsey, who's going to play Ellie.
So that's Ellie.
Yeah.
So that's you know what's interesting about that is that both people.
She's a good actress.
She's great. She was great on the Game of Thrones show. But what's interesting is that they're both from Game of Thrones. Pedro Pascal was also on there. So I think that's pretty interesting. They picked two Game of Thrones people. HBO.
Lyanna Mormont is her character.
Mormont. That was her. She was Lady Mormont. Mm-hmm. That is right. She was Lady Mormont. But Pedro Pascal, he was amazing. He was man, what was his name on the? He wasn't. Oh, Oberyn. He was Oberyn. So Oberyn Martell, who was also called the Viper, he is going to be the main guy, who is Joel, who's the main character on Last of Us. He's the old guy that kind of protects Ellie throughout the whole show game. He's
on Narcos too.
Yes, he's the main character on Narcos as well.
Javier Pena in the Netflix series Narcos.
Yeah, so what that tells me is that Pedro Pascal is blowing up right now. Like, he's from
Chile. He's from Chile.
He was also on Wonder Woman, I believe. He was like. Did you watch the new Wonder Woman movie? 1984.
Yeah.
He was the
No.
Okay, he was the main villain on that movie. So this dude is blowing up. Pedro Pascal, shout out. I mean, Pedro Pascal he's on Game of Thrones. He was on Wonder Woman 1984. He's now going to be on The Last of Us. He's on Narcos. I mean, this guy is killing it.
So those are the only two people cast so far, according to IMDb.
Well, that's your two main characters.
They're going to build the show around them too.
Well, this game, if you played, did you ever play Last of Us?
Yeah.
So the game is basically those two characters. I mean, there's a couple people you run into, and but none of them really matter because you're just kind of traveling through this game.
Yeah, but for a TV show that's going ongoing, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kind of like, it's going to feel kind of like The Walking Dead or something probably, if I had to guess.
Yeah, they're going to have to do like a post. That's a great comparison to The Walking Dead. It's basically a post-apocalyptic world where there's zombies and there's a virus. And it's kind of like, almost like Walking Dead, but it's a video game. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how good they do on it.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh,
I know it is.
Well, HBO is putting out some great stuff. So, yeah, I don't see it being bad. And you got Pedro Pascal as your main character. I mean, this dude is killing it in every way. What's interesting about HBO right now, too, is that they're like blowing up Game of Thrones spinoffs. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do.
House of the Dragon, right?
That's the one that they're actually filming or production this year.
Let's see, Game of Thrones spin-off series House of the Dragon starting production this year.
Yeah, so what this is the Targaryens are going to have their own like prequel, I'm thinking. It has to be, right?
I don't know much about it, to be honest with you.
I just know that it's the dragons, which is the Targaryens.
It says forget winter, the dragons are coming.
Forget winter. Remember how the whole thing was winter is coming? No, like forget winter.
So if y'all never heard the old shows, because back in 2013 when we first did these shows, Game of Thrones was in its heyday, right? So we talk a lot about Game of Thrones, and my biggest complaint was there wasn't enough dragons. They'd have the whole episode, the dragon would burn a goat, and that's all we see for 2 weeks.
They would spend their...
if you're going to burn some people. Don't burn just a goat in the mountains,
They would spend their whole budget. Like, that's the thing. Like, Game of Thrones, for whatever reason, it was a huge show, but HBO had only a certain amount of budget they could spend on, like, CGI and special effects. And the
dragons took all of it up.
So, like, one, half a second of a dragon was, their whole budget. And, they would, burn something and end up being, a goat. Like, they just burnt, a a goat, and like that was their whole budget.
The last half of the last season made up for it all.
Yeah, that
people hated the Game of Thrones ending, dude. I liked it.
I liked it.
It was awesome. I love revenge. Let's burn the motherfucker to the ground. I loved it.
Well, I mean,
I loved it.
I liked it too. So we both agree on that.
But I mean, I can understand where some people are coming from. I mean, obviously R.R. whatever his name, Martin wouldn't have written it that way.
George R.R. Martin. But here's the thing. So that's what I was about to bring up. So he already told them how his series was going to end. That's another thing. Speaking of George R.R. Martin, he hasn't even put out the 6th book yet. Okay.
Yeah.
And
well, HBO knew he was lazy,
and so he's been sitting around doing jack shit, eating Twinkies, and he's using his DOS computer. Do you remember that? It was like some old DOS.
He's still using it.
What is it called? Hold on.
Green screen.
It was like WordStar or some shit. Like
yeah, that's it. It's WordStar. I know that's what
WordStar. Old DOS program with a blue screen. This is what this dude writes his books on.
No, I don't think is it even a computer? I thought it was
it's a computer. It's a word processor, which is quote a computer. Like
it's not a word processor.
It's like the only thing the computer does. It's WordStar.
Right,
WordStar 4.0 is what he uses.
Dude, it probably broke on him, and he didn't know how to use a computer. Or a typewriter. Or anything.
He probably lost all of his like stuff. It's called WordStar 4.0 is a DOS word processor software, and this is what George R.R. Martin is writing his Game of Thrones on. He quote enjoys the simplicity of WordStar 4.0 and dislikes modern autocorrect and spell checkers. Quote, if I wanted a capital letter, I would have typed a capital letter. I know how to work a shift.
Man, he's never seen me write a text or email.
I know how to work the shift key. I don't need a program working out the shift key and autocorrecting my work.
So you know what that means? When he doesn't use the shift key, it takes him 7 years to write a book.
Oh my god!
You know, when he uses the shift key, of course you use the shift key. But you use the shift key on anything else too.
So by the way, this article was May 2014 when he said he was almost finished with the 6th book. So what year is it? That's 7 years ago. He still hasn't finished it. So I'm thinking Aaron might be right. He might have had his whole book on this WordStar bullshit, and like he could like a power outage happened or something, and like he just lost all of his shit. It's all gone.
Can't find a program anymore.
He had a winter storm. Like we're having a winter storm came through, and he just lost everything. And you can't like there's no Google Drive backup for WordStar 4.0 DOS program.
Check this out. Game of Thrones author reveals Winds of Winter sequel will be huge and hopes
you know what that means
for a 2021 release.
So when you see hopes for 2020, you know what that means? It ain't coming out in 2021.
Bro, he's 71 years old, bro.
This dude's gonna die, and that's the joke. Is that
71.
The joke is surrounding him, and he's gonna die before he finishes Game of Thrones.
Oh, there's a 100% chance of that.
So he hopes it's gonna come out this year. He hopes.
Yeah.
Translation, it's not coming out this year.
That's exactly what it is. Why is he even teasing it?
But you know what? He has no point. So not only did he probably make a killing gazillion dollars off of the HBO show of Game of Thrones.
This is a sequel, by the way.
Well, it's the sequel of the book, so he hasn't finished it yet. So HBO passed him up.
It's a sequel of what?
It's a sequel of his last book, which HBO has already like finished. So this dude, the funny thing is like he's making so much money off the HBO, and now they're making House of Dragons. So HBO is gonna put. You know what's crazy about this, dude? Is that HBO is gonna put out a prequel show, and it's probably gonna the whole fucking show is gonna finish before he comes out with book 6 of Game of Thrones. And by the way, it's a Song of Ice and Fire. But dude,
this is what he's saying. He's saying, I am spending long hours every day on the Winds of Winter and making steady progress. I finished a new chapter yesterday, another one 3 days ago, another one the previous week.
How many fucking chapters are there? 18 million, you fucking asshole. He's been writing this book for 8 years, dude. 8 fucking years.
But as the book is set to be an epic read, George warned his fans, progress didn't mean the finished book would be out anytime soon. He continued, "This does not mean that the book will be finished tomorrow or published next week."
Dude, I think he's like the ultimate troll. Like, I don't think it's ever coming out. I don't think
He's trolling, bro.
I think
he doesn't have anything written.
I think he gave it all to HBO. They finished Game of Thrones. It's over, and he's just like trolling people by putting out these newscasts. He said he finished a chapter here and a chapter. He's been working on this for 9.5 years, dude. There's no way you can tell me that somebody's writing a book that long on WordStar 4.0.
Okay, this is what I think is going to happen. I think he's probably going to hire somebody to write it for him.
But why hasn't he done it yet? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's... You got to understand, Aaron.
I don't know.
You got to understand. So his book 6 was called The Winds of Winter. That's the next book, right? That was like season 6 of Game of Thrones. Let's just say it was season 6. So they had season 6, season 7, and they ended with season 8. So they went that far ahead of him. And by the time they put the material out that he was working on, he didn't even finish the fucking book, and he's been working on it for 8 years. What possibly could he be doing?
Dude's a troll, bro. You're right.
I think he's trolling. So anyway, I know that we kind of went on a tangent about Game of Thrones, but I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan.
I can't wait for all that other stuff coming.
If you haven't watched the Game of Thrones series on HBO and you like medieval stuff or you just like drama, go check it out. It's one of probably the best TV shows of all time, right? Am I right?
Top 3.
Yeah, there's not many better than that show. It's really well written, and it's written by this guy who really wrote these huge books, and they had all this source material to make a TV show off of. It's really good.
Anybody listening to us doesn't know what Game of Thrones is, then they're on the wrong podcast.
Yeah, like you no. I'm not going to say tune out, but I almost said tune out because you should definitely know.
Tune in.
Yeah,
you can actually get on board with it. I'm pretty sure everybody
just turned you on to that. Yeah, I mean, people watched it. It was like basically a culture moment when it came out. So
I love it.
So Elon Musk and Bill Gates are feuding. Have you heard of this?
No, but I know Apple and Google are feuding. I heard that too.
That's a true statement. So Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. We all know that. He's also started the Tesla company, which is pretty much advanced clean energy and electric car industry
I'm glad
for a
you
while.
Said that. I got something to tell you about on that front.
Yeah, so don't forget. So basically, Bill Gates said he's not into Mars. He doesn't think we need to be worrying about stuff in the space.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that's what... And he said, though, he did say, I'll have to give Bill Gates credit. He did say you can't write off Elon Musk because of what he did for the clean energy and gas-powered switching to electric cars. But he did say he doesn't see why we should be spending this much money on space when he could spend $1,000 and save somebody's life with a vaccine. So Bill Gates and Elon Musk are feuding. You know what's funny is that Bill Gates is the third richest man in the world. Elon Musk right now is the top richest man in the world. Bill Gates bought some kind of a car that wasn't a Tesla, but it was an electric car, just to diss Elon. So Bill Gates bought this other electric car company that's like some crap. It's not like a Tesla, you know what I'm saying? And he did it just to diss Elon. Elon's like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like, he's like I like Bill Gates and whatever, but he's also like Bill Gates has shorted the Tesla stock. So there's a feud right now going on with the first richest man in the world and the third richest man in the world, which is Elon Musk and Bill Gates. And I think it's hilarious that Bill Gates is just dismissing Mars just outright. Like, why would you do that as somebody who's smart? You know, I don't understand that.
Well, because he's trying to push the vaccine right now. It's what's on his mind.
Yeah, but I mean,
if the vaccine was on Mars, then he'd be pushing Mars. That's the way he is.
I just think you want the future for the human race to be, and I don't mean on Earth. Like, I think somebody that's smart should realize we can't sit here that long. Like,
well, basically, what he's saying we got to fix what's going on Earth before we start worrying about what's going on.
Yeah, but what if Earth blows up? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, an asteroid could hit Earth today and blow up.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we need to get off. No, I find that funny because they're both kind of in the same, landscape.
Jaguar and Land Rover will be all electric car brand by 2025.
No way.
Yep.
No.
They're getting rid of all their motors
Bullshit.
by 2025. I'm telling you.
Jaguar
Ford
and
is saying,
Land Rover?
Ford is saying it's going to... Yes, Jaguar and Land Rover. They're the same company. Jaguar and
I didn't realize that. Okay.
The other one is Ford today.
2025.
Ford today says it will go all electric in Europe by 2030.
In Europe, who cares?
Yep. Well, because that's a big market over there, and they're saying here by 2035.
2035. Okay, that's better.
All electric.
2035. See that you asked me on the last episode if I thought it would be there in 10 years. I said not quite. 2035 sounds like kind of that could happen. That's like 15. I think that extra 5 years might be.
It's 14. It's 14.
So still it's 14. It's extra. Well, so that's extra 4 years though. First of all, you have. You said Jaguar said in 4 years they'll be electric.
I mean, I didn't have any hard evidence. It was
I know.
10 years would be the. And this could speed up because they like GM announced that they're putting in $27 billion into production.
Well,
and then Ford said we're going to do $10 billion, and then today they came out and said no, we're going to up that to $29 billion, and we're going to have all Europe all electric before the United States in 2035.
Yeah, so I think, with those announcements, and you know who else is talking about going all in on it, which is huge to me, is Toyota. They're actually
all of them.
But you know how big Toyota is? They're in Japan, right? So when you get Toyota and Honda on board, it's inevitable. So
Toyota is no brainer. I mean, they had the hybrid. The Prius has been the best selling hybrid out there.
You know what's interesting about that is that Toyota with the hybrid, like what you just said, they were kind of on the forefront of this before Tesla started because they tried the hybrid stuff years ago. Do you remember how long ago that was? That was a while back now, man.
Have you seen a documentary about who killed the electric car?
I have not. I've heard of it, though. Somebody actually brought that up to me today in random conversation. I knew
they had this figured out years ago, bro.
Well, I know that
they had this figured out years ago, and they put these cars out there. It's a crazy documentary. If y'all want to go see it,
I'm gonna check it out.
It's who killed the electric car, and basically what happened was they had like 100. I think it's 100. I'm not sure how many cars it was. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's from 2006.
EV1, right?
Yeah, the EV1. So they put them all out there on the road, and people loved them. Like they loved them. They were all electric cars.
They were awesome.
And they went and they took them all back and they destroyed all of them.
Well, the thing was, so I don't know about this documentary, but I know about EV1. Like I know about it. So the problem is that was how many years ago? Do you know the time frame at all?
Well, 2006 when the documentary was done.
So it was before that. So it was a long time ago when the EV1 came out. The thing is that they didn't have the range yet. So electric car was coming out, and
but why kill it? Why kill it completely?
No, I know. Well, the oil and big.
You know who killed it?
Big
right?
oil and gas.
That's right.
So they had electric car prototypes early on, but they couldn't get anywhere. They could only get like maybe at the max 100 miles or something. But still, like to me, if I could plug my car in every night when I go home from work, 100 miles is pretty good. But what happened was gasoline took over because the range that you could go in a gas car was like infinite. Like you could just go to a gas station, right? So Big Oil said, you know what, we got to kill this because they realized they were gonna lose, and you know what, they're gonna lose now. It's over. Like to me, it's over. I don't.
They were just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, they were trying to get some money, and they realized, okay, if we delay it, 10, 15 years, whatever it is, we can make a ton of money. But it's coming. Like it's coming, bro. Like the electric car is coming.
I've heard over the years. I've heard people that have came out and said that they've created, a better engine than the combustible engine, something that actually runs on a tiny bit of gas or fuel. And apparently these big auto companies and whoever works for the auto companies have went and bought these patents out.
Well, they just bought them out and sat on them.
You think there's any truth to that?
What's funny, and I'm going to tell a weird story right now, but do you remember, my grandpa was called Peepaw. We called him Peepaw, right? Do you know the story about that with him?
No.
Okay. I sat down and listened to him, and he was dead serious. And my grandpa was kind of a joker. He did joke around a lot. But he would get into these weird rants, and you could tell, like, he wasn't joking. And one day, I was probably like 12 years old, and I was up in Arkansas where he lived, right? He told me this story, and I swear to God he believed every minute of it. Now, I don't know if it was true or not, so don't get me wrong. But he said he knew this guy he worked with, right? And this was back in like the 70s or something like that. So you can think about the time frame. And this guy he knew had this prototype car. He was like a car dealership, and he brought down this car, and he would drive it home every day, and he was kind of driving this car around. And this is no bullshit. This is a grandpa story from me in the 90s. And he said, like, he always thought his wife put gas in it, and then she always thought he put gas in it. And the gas gauge was always on full. Okay, the gas gauge, no matter what, never went down. They each like he would drive it, the wife would get in, she would do her errands and go shopping and stuff, and then he would get in and go shopping. It never went down the gas gauge, and so one day, like he started telling people about it. He's like, I don't know what's going on. Like I haven't put gas in this thing in months, right? And apparently, now this is a complete hearsay story, but so apparently some dudes in suits, like these black suits and sunglasses, basically the men in black showed up at his house, and they took it from him. And that's just a weird story, bro.
I've heard different versions of that story, so I think that maybe like one of those
urban legend type things.
Urban legend, tall tale type.
Here's the thing, though. Those things
goes around and gets. I've heard different versions.
So let me ask you: urban legends is usually based off of reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, usually.
So I mean, the fact that my grandpa told me that back in the 90s, that's one of those. Why would that story even exist? To me, it would exist because there was some other type technology, right? And that story might not even be true. Don't get me wrong, okay? But there was enough of something going around the time that it became an urban legend. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, there could have been some guy. It could have been all kind of things. It could have been somebody pulling a magic type thing to trick people. Because back in the older days, you know, that a lot of that stuff went on. You couldn't prove it was wrong. You couldn't prove it was a trick, and people believed in magicians back then too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I find that interesting though. I just find that interesting that my own grandpa, you know, somebody told me this story, and like, you know, it was like a whole thing, and you know, it probably was an urban legend. Don't get me wrong, but my point is, urban legends are always based in some kind of reality. So even if the story was completely fake, okay.
Do you really believe that? All urban legends do that?
Well, or not all of them.
Some urban legends truly fiction. I imagine some are true.
I mean, I would think some are 100% fiction. Don't get me wrong. But I think some of them like that specific story, like why is that a story? You know what I'm saying? Like
why is the boogeyman a story? and the boogeyman's been around.
Yeah, but boogeyman is just like
different cultures call the boogeyman different things. Boogeyman's been around.
But the boogeyman's like
hundreds of years.
But the boogeyman's like a story. I'm gonna scare little kids. Ha ha ha. Like this has nothing to do with that.
Supposedly there's some backup stuff.
There might be.
Okay, so
there might be.
We're talking about killing and stuff right now. Let me ask you this. I got a question. About technology. Do you think serial killers and like kidnappers and stuff are going to be pretty much gone away at this point, right?
Gone away.
With all the cameras, with all the cameras that are out there.
You think they're just
gone?
Every
house has a camera. Every house has a camera.
So
you can't pick up anybody in a car anymore.
Dude, everybody's wearing masks right now.
It doesn't matter.
You can't facial
recognition, bro.
You can't facial recognize me with the whole mask on my head.
Well, if you're going over your face, yeah, probably.
But
not.
I mean,
if they can see your
ski
eyes,
mask type shit.
If they can see your eyes, they can tell how far apart your eyes are.
Yes.
There's a good chance they'll figure out who you are.
So even if facial recognition could pick me up in a COVID mask, if I have a ski mask on, they can't. There's no way.
No, but then they'll just track your car.
Yeah, but what if you're not in a car?
Well, how are you going to kidnap somebody without a car?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, there's the serial killers are pretty.
What I'm trying to say is, serial killers and like, you know, Son of Sam or whatever.
Right,
all
the
that
big ones
couldn't happen. That couldn't happen this day.
Yeah, no, not like your big.
Because the camera would catch those guys.
Yeah, I definitely agree with your old type serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer, or you know, these big ones like you know, the big ones that killed like hundreds of people. Yeah, there's no way you're getting with that these days. No way.
No way, right?
No way. There's no way. And I mean, yeah, you can kill a couple of people in a town and stuff like that, but you're gonna get busted. Yeah, you're gonna get busted.
Well, if you're a true serial killer, you're gonna kill and you're gonna continue to kill. That's what you live off of, right? That's what you go for.
But I mean,
so I imagine for like somebody like to go kill a bunch of women, you know, maybe even like months apart or something. There's going to be a camera somewhere that's going to catch something.
Most likely.
You're going to be busted.
I mean, but on the same flip side of that, now social media and all this technology where you're always connected, you know, you got cameras everywhere. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's probably going to get busted most likely. But on the other side of that, you probably can kill a lot easier because you know where people are. Like, you know when somebody's like out and hanging out at a restaurant because they're posting selfies or whatever they're eating. And they're just.
But you're not going to get away with it.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I can see both sides of it. I mean, yeah, probably
maybe
not.
You could. Maybe you could get away with it. Maybe you could, like, you know, when they walk out in the parking lot.
I'm just saying, man. Like, you could probably be a serial killer easier than you could have, you know, back when they were doing it. Now, would you get caught? Maybe.
No way.
I'm saying you could do it easier.
You couldn't rack the numbers up they could back then today. You couldn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
I know you could.
Where did that come from? That's an interesting question.
It's something I've thought about.
Yeah.
I've just thought about how because I have Ring door cameras on the back and front of my house.
That is true.
And I know a lot of cops are actually, you can get permission for the cops to actually use those cameras.
Like tap into your cameras and stuff?
Yeah. So whenever you sign for a Ring camera now, it has a permission thing. You can grant the law enforcement permission to use your camera to look through it at any time.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I mean, who cares?
I mean, you wouldn't because, obviously privacy's gone.
Well gone, dude. There is no such thing.
More privacy.
That word basically needs to be put to rest. Honestly.
Oh, bro, we're late, bro. We're running long.
Yeah, the privacy, and we'll end the show. But the privacy word, yeah, we can maybe get into that in another episode. Privacy's gone, bro.
Yeah, we'll do an episode about privacy coming up because I got some stuff I want to say about it for sure.
And honestly, I don't even. Is that it? Or you got anything else or what? I mean, we went long.
Good. No, it's cool. It's cool that we went long. I just don't want to go. I don't want to go over like a certain time.
So let's see. You can hear us on iHeartRadio. We're killing it once again. I hate to keep saying it, guys, but we're killing it on iHeartRadio. What do you think about that?
Everybody's listening to us on iHeart.
What do you think about that, Aaron?
I like people from iHeart. I like iHeart. They're doing something to promote our show.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting the same traction on any of the other
platforms. So yes, major shout out to iHeartRadio. Look, we're basically over half our audience listens on iHeartRadio. So we want to give a shout out specifically to you. If you're listening on iHeartRadio, we appreciate you and keep listening. We will continue to put a show out every week. We appreciate your iHeartRadio audience.
If you're not listening to us on iHeart, then if you're listening to us on, say, Apple Podcast, tell all your friends. Let's try to build that up.
Yeah.
I want to see them all rolling.
If you prefer other platforms, let them know and let's build those up. And at this point, iHeart's the one to beat. iHeartRadio. If y'all can, let's have a competition. Who can beat iHeartRadio? I don't think anybody can. If y'all can, try. Let's see. But we're also on Spotify, huge podcast platform. Spotify. We're also on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Media Brothers 2.0 podcast. We're also on Alexa and Google Home smart speakers, smart devices. Alexa, play the Media Brothers podcast 2.0. Hey Google, play the Media Brothers podcast 2.0. Hey Google, stop. Hey Alexa, stop. Just in case they started playing. We're on the smart. We're on the smart speakers. In any case, we're always on MediaBroShow.com. You can go comment on our website, MediaBroShow.com. Click on episode 5. This is episode 5. Leave us some comments. I think we asked some questions we didn't know. Whatever. Click on episode 5. Leave us some comments. We'll give you a shout out. But that's it. MediaBroShow.com.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok. That's our 3. We don't do Facebook. So.
We don't do Facebook. And I'm surprised we do Twitter, but apparently we do. So
For now.
But TikTok's our main one. We're getting traction on there. Follow us on Instagram's
good too.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and that's the Media Brothers Podcast 2.0.
Out.
Take it easy, guys. On the winter storm in Louisiana, I'm gonna go bundle up and try to get warm here because I'm freezing myself.
Tell your friends to listen to us.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Peace.
Laters.